Corruption by the forces of chaos is not always a choice. Even the mighty Adeptus Astartes warriors can be forced into the service of chaos through brutal and barbaric means. From being dragged into the pits of hell that is the Immaterium, to being tortured for years until their will is broken. Chaos knows no boundaries when it comes to getting what it wants, especially the Chaos God of War Khorne. If his eyes are set on a warrior in real space, the Blood God will tear a literal hole in reality and burn an entire planet simply to draft a worthy soldier into his ranks. No clever scheme or elaborate ruse to get the warrior's attention. The demonic grip of Khorne will drag his prey into his realm and whip him into submission until nothing but rage, spite, and anger is left. Through pure aggression, the most loyal and well-disciplined Space Marines return to their chapter a grotesque yet immensely powerful warrior of chaos. This terrifying ordeal becomes a clear message to the worshippers of the Corpse Emperor. Not even the mighty angels of death can escape the desires of the Chaos Gods. Such was the case for the Chaos Lord Zhufor the Impaler. And with that said, I want to welcome you guys back to another 40 Facts about the 40K universe. I am your host, Gersh1, and today we're going to be talking about a Chaos Lord, the Butcher of Vraks, Zhufor the Impaler. If you guys are new to the channel, we post Warhammer 40K lore videos every single day. If you guys have suggestions for any topics or any questions, just comment down in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoy our content, thank our patrons on Patreon. It is because of them that we can do this. Link in the description if you guys want to support us. It's just $1 a month. If not, simply by liking this video and sharing it with your friends, it really helps out the channel. So if you enjoy Warhammer 40K lore, help us out by hitting the like button. With all that said, let's get into 40 facts on the Butcher of Vraks. Before his corruption, the Chaos Lord Zhufor the Impaler was a sergeant of the Stormlord Space Marine chapter. He was known as Balzac. His path to ruination occurred during the sacking of the hive city of Paramar, where the sergeant was severely wounded and taken captive by the traitor marines of the World Eater's Legion. He was then drugged and subjugated to torture and psychocorrective surgery to alter his brainwave patterns in order to break his imperial indoctrination. He was turned into a raging psychopathic killer, tall and muscular beyond even that of a normal Space Marine physique. He was reborn as the Chaos Space Marine Zufor. His former life as a loyalist Space Marine was completely forgotten. He joined the World Eater's rank as a Coronet Berserker. Blessed by the Blood God, Zufor rose quickly through the ranks of the Coronet Berserkers until he became a Skull Champion, and then an Exalted Champion, thanks to his formidable strength. Believing himself to have been chosen by Khorne for greatness, Zufor enacted a bold plan. Leading what little men he had, Zufor launched a treacherous attack against an allied warband of the World Eaters known as the Skull Takers. The bloody fighting that ensued ended with Zufor's men subjugating his foes. He then became the Chaos Lord of this combined warband, still maintaining the name of the Skull Takers. His first act as a leader was to offer himself and his warband to the service of Abaddon the Despoiler, the War Master of Chaos' powerful political and material support. The Skull Takers could grow into a formidable fighting force, no longer mere raiders and pirates, but now an army better able to serve their true master Khorne. Zufor did the War Master's bidding in return for Abaddon's aid, a small price to pay for the power that he'd acquired, along with the access to Abaddon's immense armories. Sanctioned by Abaddon, Zufor led the Skull Takers into the siege of Vraks. Once upon the Imperial Armory World, Zufor committed his warband to the front, sweeping all Imperial forces before them in a bloody swath of hacking blades and whirling chain axes. Lacking numbers, the shrewd Chaos Lord allowed his warband to roam the surface of Vraks, killing and plundering wherever he pleased. As the Imperial siege closed in and it seemed as if the Chaos would be victorious, Zufor enacted his plan to take over supreme command from the apostate Cardinal, steal his army, and the ultimate control over Vraks Prime to transform it into a new demon world dedicated to his Blood God. First, he targeted and united all of the Coronet warbands on the world under his command. Next, he attacked the Cardinal's palace, sweeping through it with his Chaos Terminator bodyguards known as the Blood Cult. They slaughtered the garrison there and took the apostate Cardinal captive. He turned the Cardinal over to the warband known as the Sanctified, proclaiming himself as the new ruler of Vraks. During the final stage of the siege, Zufor took to the field and sought out the thickest of the fighting, leading his psychotic followers against the Imperial forces. During one such counterattack, he fought and slew Commander General Mogg of the Death Corps of Krieg's 143rd Regiment, taking the body of the Imperial hero and mounting it as a gory trophy upon his blood-encrusted Terminator armor. By the end of the siege, Zufor found himself surrounded, with the Chaos-controlled fortress at the heart of the Chaos lines being pounded by relentless Imperial artillery day and night. Ultimately, the Impaler and his surviving followers managed to escape before the Imperial forces could capture him. He left behind a rear guard of coronet fanatics and demons. It is believed he used a warp portal to flee back into the Immaterium to safety. Following the dire events of Vraks Prime, Zufor remains a grave threat to the Imperium, and he is still regarded as one of Abaddon's mightiest lieutenants. Zufor commands the Skull Takers from his flagship Blood Dawn, which has been identified leading many bloody raids upon Imperial targets from the Eye of Terror. At the end of the 41st millennium, he and the Skull Takers served at the forefront of Abaddon's 13th Black Crusade. 4 attempts by the assassins of the Officios Sinorum have ended in failure. There have been many rumors of his appearance throughout the galaxy, but only a few can be confirmed. He still wields the Skull Taker Chain Axe, a unique but brutal hand-to-hand chain weapon crafted in the form of a great 2-headed axe which incorporates a power chainsaw at the edge. The otherworldly biting actions of the teeth of this weapon can easily hack through both flesh and armor with ease. He still carries the Claw of Demnos, torn from the dead hand of the Dark Apostle Demnos of the Word-Bearer's Traitor Legion. The chaotic Power Fist still incorporates rapid-firing combi bolters of ancient design. The reports claim that the Chaos Lord still carries the impaled carcass of the Commissar General to this day. And those were 40 facts on Zhufor the Impaler, the Butcher of Vraks. The thing that really sucks about this model, or this character, is that the model is old. So if you put him on the tabletop right now with Primaris Marines, he'll look kind of goofy. He's supposed to be this giant hulking Chaos Lord. So what I would say is go out there and try to kit bash using Primaris Marines, or maybe models from Age of Sigmar, like the Khorne models, because we haven't had an update for Coronet Berserkers in a really long time. But it is one of those disappointing moments where, like, the model looks awesome. It just sucks that, like, everything else around it will probably be even better, so it brings that model down. But if you do like some type of kit bash, or already have done a kit bash on this guy, show me. Show us on Instagram. Post it on there. We would love to see. But thanks so much for listening, guys. And if you have any suggestions for other Chaos Lords, let me know what they are in the comment section below. I'll talk to you tomorrow. This was Gershwan with One Mind Syndicate signing out.